Who's the kid that likes to talk in his bedroom, chats about stuff and says what's on his mind? Who's the dude that likes to play baseball? It's Richard!
That's me!
Who's the boy that eats lots of cornflakes, washes them down with glasses of Sprite? Who's the guy that pees in his backyard? It's Richard! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for another episode of our award-winning podcast. And with me, as always, is the Grand Poobah, the Sultan of Chat, the top dog of them all, the man who puts the R in RSS feed. Ladies and gentlemen, Richard!
What's up, everybody? Today, we're outside today, and also, it's really hot today.
It is, it's a scorcher. You can feel the sun. Actually, it's right there. It's coming straight at us. It's at a mid-sky position. We're around noon o'clock.
I want to say, I got my water here, so I stay hydrated.
Yes.
Because I need water to stay hydrated. Because you need to drink water in the
It's a
morning.
good idea to stay hydrated.
Follow me on Pixar, Instagram. Just subscribe. Follow me on Spotify. You know.
Followers and likes and followers. I don't want you to follow us. I want you to lead.
I want you to be
your own self.
I want you to.
If you happen to watch us, if you happen to hit like, if you hit dislike,
You know what?
don't even worry about it.
You know what? If you want to follow us, that's okay. You just follow us if you want.
I don't think they should.
Well, they can if they want.
Yeah.
Well, what I want to say is that thank you for being on the show today.
You're welcome, and thank you for being on the show too.
Well, I'm there. And I will be doing one podcast video with my mom.
Whoa, a special episode coming up with his mom.
She's going to be on the podcast in the one episode. Well, without further ado, let's talk about what we want to talk about. So, when I was a kid, you know what? I liked monster trucks.
You did.
You know, you remember, you saw the last video, episode 5. This is episode 6.
Go back in the archives to episode 5 and see our discussion on monster trucks.
And this is episode 6.
That's right.
We
Way
already
back on episode 5.
And guys, I think you should go, if you haven't watched any of our podcasts, you should go to episode 1 to episode 6 right now. Just watch all of them. They're really cool, and we talk about cool stuff.
Sure.
And also, so another thing about me when I was a little kid, well, I was a very, very picky eater.
He was. Absolutely.
I'm not that much of a picky eater anymore. Like, I'm not a picky eater. I still don't like some foods, but yeah. When I was a little kid, I hated potatoes. You know what the only potato thing I made was?
Potatoes.
I just didn't like potatoes, but I now like potatoes. I would only eat French fries as a little kid. I would only eat French fries, and my dad said, well, French fries are made out of potatoes, so why you don't like potatoes? And I'm like, I don't know, I just, and then I'm like, and now I like potatoes.
I did an Ancestry DNA kit, and my ancestry comes it's like super Caucasian. It's like Scandinavia and England, and that's basically it. And I got a little bit of French, and that's it. So, not even any Irish, which is like potato central. So, he has no Irish ancestry in his bloodstream, so no wonder he didn't like potatoes. But he's grown to like potatoes.
I like a lot of foods that I hate usually. Like, when I was a little kid, I used to hate, what did I hate when I was a little kid? I used to,
He hated all vegetables.
Well, now, I like,
And
I didn't, but I still like vegetables, not all of them. Just,
right.
you know, still, I'm not that of a picky eater anymore, just,
Nah.
like, kids, when you grow up, your taste, when you like foods, when you don't like foods, you probably like them when you get a little older.
Yeah.
Because your taste buds taste. So, like, it's like this. It's like, pretend I'm the taste bud of this guy. when he's a kid, like say he's 5 years old, and he doesn't like tomatoes, and then your taste test doesn't like the potatoes taste.
It fails the test.
And then it's like, oh, not tomatoes. But when you get older, when he's not, say now he's 10 years old, or 11 or 12, and then I'm his taste, I'm his taste test, like those, and I'm like, and then I just changed. I'm like, now I like tomatoes. It's just, I know it's kind of weird, kids, but that's just life.
Speaking of tomatoes, this past week we made what is referred to as Italian Sunday gravy. Now, Italians tend to call it gravy when you make spaghetti sauce, as most people think of it.
Really?
So, like, we make sauce out of tomatoes, basil, oregano, the usual, right? But, like, in Italian culture, especially in like American Italian culture in New York, New Jersey, right? Like they make Sunday gravy. And we think of Southern gravy because where I grew up, gravy goes on biscuits and it's white and it's
Really?
cream. But in Italian culture, gravy is tomato based. So we looked up YouTube videos and I watched this really fat Italian dude who seemed to know what he was talking about.
Really?
Make his grandma's Sunday gravy. It had brajol, and it had fresh
Sunday gravy.
Parmesan.
Wait, stop for a sec.
Mozzarella.
Okay, stop. Let me say
And
something. Who would have
prosciutto.
Okay, let me say something. Who would have gravy on your Sunday?
Well, yeah, why not?
Well, I just think that's kind of disgusting.
Well, back we had corned beef gravy poured all over our biscuits on Sunday.
Like I like
but
Sundays.
Italians have a different kind of gravy altogether.
Like I like.
Spicy. It's got
Guys.
acidity to it. And so what we did, we went to the store and we bought Mutti. Mutti. However you say Mutti. It's a brand of tomatoes. So we bought they're from Italy. I went to their website. It's all like fancy cultivated straight out of Italy. Like the sun comes down on the Italian soil, makes these tomatoes. You can't get much more Italian than that.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So we made our sauce out of those tomatoes. We did pork cutlets, pork chops.
Well, how old are you now?
Brajol, which we looked up how to do that. We did it properly. We did meatballs.
How old are you now?
Sweet and hot Italian sausage. It was a whole big mess. And it was amazing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And we cooked rigatoni noodles.
Oh yeah, the yeah.
Instead of spaghetti,
oh yeah,
we usually go
on
with
Megan's
spaghetti.
birthday, my stepmom's birthday.
Yeah.
We had Italian food. It was
That
so
was our
good.
Italian Sunday gravy on a Tuesday.
You know what? You know what I did? When I was done it, oh my god, I had the
so
best
full.
poop in the world.
He pooped over the moon.
I had a lot of diarrhea, but it was worth it.
It was just like...
And also, when I pooped, it like just kind of, it just like splashed it out. Like, it was like, it like just washed all the poop out. It was like the poop was like, you know what, I'm gonna get all the things out.
That's when you know you've eaten good.
Can I say something,
when the
kids?
poop comes out like a fountain of fudge.
Can I say something? People might be asking me, why do you need to wipe your butt when you go poop?
You don't need to.
Yes, you do, kids.
Oh.
Because to wipe your butt, when you poop, all the poop does not come out. That means
There's still some left.
because
in
there's
there.
like little crusty little poops in your butt.
Right.
So
Some
then-
people, if you have a hairy butt, those can be referred to as dingleberries.
So then you gotta take the toilet paper and wipe your butt.
Yeah, and you want to take your toilet paper, you want to kind of get it flat around your fingers.
Yes, and you
Get
wanna,
a nice wipe.
you wanna.
If you wad, you're not going to get everything.
That's what I used to do when I wadded.
You're going to have a bad time.
Yes, I used to wad, and I used to get a lot of poop in my butt.
It was King Water of Wad Mountain.
But now, when I do it flat, it's way better now. It's like I feel like I get all the poop out of my butt. You just get all that.
Swipes it.
And like, cause then when you do it flat, it's way faster,
It does.
and it gets all the poop
Yeah.
It gets like all the poop you have. And when you have diarrhea, kids, you're probably gonna want to use maybe more than one toilet paper. Like maybe just use one
You might
pair.
use more than one roll altogether. Remember when you couldn't get toilet paper back in the before time?
Yeah.
It was like everyone ran out of toilet paper. We were like freaking out. Now you can get toilet paper.
You know
Nobody
what?
cares.
In the caveman times, I wonder how they wiped their butt.
They didn't.
They
pooped and they just went on about their day. They might possibly.
Maybe they used like a leaf or something.
Yeah, I mean that's what you would assume, but they may not. They just may not have cared. They may have just let it go. Wiped it with their hand because they weren't worried about hygiene.
Kids, when you get poop in your underwear, oh, there's a ladybug on you.
Oh, let's leave it there. It can be part of our show. We have a special guest today. It's a ladybug. He's our special commentator.
You want to pee on
We'll
you,
just leave it there. We won't even bother it.
Well,
we want to respect.
You want to come on my hand?
Sure.
Oh, he's on my hand. So you go first. Oh, he's flying away.
Oh, and he goes.
Well,
he's joined the rest of the ladybugs. He's flown off.
He wants to go home. Anyways, what we were talking about? What was I gonna say?
But we can have a special guest for like momentarily.
When I wipe my bum, I wanna even when you have your thing flat, you even want to get it really good. Like you want to get it up and deep and get all that poop.
Yeah.
But
you want to wipe?
And
you want to check your paper? You want to look at it, smell it?
Ew!
Consistency.
What the?
Like this isn't enough.
Kids do not smell it. That is disgusting.
You gotta check it out. You gotta know what's in there. It's like when dogs sniff each other's butts. They can know if you're sick, if you have a fever, if you have asthma. A dog can detect that through your poop. Humans can't too. We just don't realize it. So if you check your own poop,
okay, guys.
You don't even need
let me say something. You might be asking, what is asthma? What is asthma? It's a little disease that kids have. Like they get asthma attacks. Like when they get asthma attacks, they can't breathe.
They can't.
And so they take like this thing called an inhaler to help them get air in their mouth. It's like it's hard to explain, but like it's just a commentary thing.
I went to school with several kids who had inhalers. One in particular I hung out with. We would play baseball and we'd have home run derbies. But he'd always have his inhaler just in case, because that's dangerous. But I don't recall him ever having to use it. He had his asthma under.
You know what? You should always, you know what? You should just always take your inhaler everywhere, just in case you have.
Just in case. Even if you don't have asthma, keep an inhaler on you.
No, I don't. No. You need it when you have asthma, okay? You don't use it when you don't have asthma.
He's correct. I shouldn't be giving people advice. Well, you can't get an inhaler unless you speak to a qualified medical physician.
Some of the stuff we say that's dangerous, you shouldn't do, okay?
We're just talking.
We're just being funny, all right?
None of our
parents
stuff means anything.
Parents, we're not teaching kids to. Parents, if you're watching this, we're not telling your kids to do these stuff.
Don't listen to anything we say.
We're just having fun. It's just a joke, guys.
It is. It's just silliness. Keep talking. I'm going to check the video to make sure it hasn't turned off accidentally. But keep talking to the audience.
Yeah. Well, what I want to do today is that we can see that. How's the video going?
It's going excellently.
Now,
because that thing, we record in 1080p HD.
Guys,
not 4K. We're not that advanced. We record in 1080p, which is good enough. It's as advanced as it gets for me. I don't even want a 4K TV, but
Can I say something, guys?
It takes up a lot of space on your phone.
Let me say something.
So we worry that it's just going to suddenly shut off.
Let me say something. Okay. I have 2 dogs. You know that, right? I have 2 dogs. You might be asking me, what is it like? How does it take care of a dog? What is it like to be a dog owner? Well, it's hard. But you still get to love your dogs and you get to take care and really
pet them. You get to snuggle them.
Only if they want to snuggle with you.
Sometimes they don't.
Sometimes they just want to be alone and sleep, and that's fine. Which, speaking of sleeping, I had the goodest sleep in the world.
He had goodest sleep.
I fell asleep while watching my show.
He did. I walked in his room to put him in the
You
bed.
didn't even
He
turn
was
it
asleep
off.
in his chair, in his recliner, and I was like, whatever. He looks comfortable. His neck didn't look creaked. He looked comfy. He looked solid. So I turned off the lights. and
You didn't
let him
even.
drift off.
You didn't
into a
even turn off my
peaceful
TV.
slumber. No, I left it playing. That way you get subliminal messages into your brain. I left
I
it
could
on
just wake up.
educational programming.
So then when I wake
He
up, I
learned about
can't.
the pyramids. He learned about Paris. He learned about
You know what?
Mesopotamia.
Even when I wake up, I could just. I don't have to turn my show on.
No, it's just already on. You can like.
I could just watch an episode of my shows. And
His favorite show to watch is this show about clay pottery, where you learn different types of Aztec and Inca pottery and how they did the different designs.
yeah, I
on it.
love.
He's all about pottery. He
I
spins
love to
the
learn.
wheel.
There's a show that my favorite show is where you learn about these countries. I like to learn about. I also like cooking shows.
He's
like,
a big geography aficionado.
My favorite- my favorite kind of shows are like cooking shows or like shows that like you get to learn about different countries. Because I like learning about different countries like Paris.
That's
England.
not a country. That's a city.
I mean, whatever. And I get to learn about England or different stuff like the
That is a
USA,
country.
Canada, where I live in. We are in Regina, Saskatchewan. It's so funny, man.
We're on the prairies. It's flat.
It's pretty flat here, guys. So if you're trying to look for mountains
No
here,
mountains.
if you want to look for mountains here, if
You look
up-
all you won't find any.
you won't find any mountains.
And it's weird. It's like
We-
everything looks the
In
same.
Canada, it's a cold place. We live in a cold place.
It's cold. Right now it's hot.
Oh, yeah.
You wouldn't understand that.
Well, it's
But
still,
right
it's
now it's-
probably way hotter in the USA.
Depends on where you're at. If you're
Yeah.
in like the Pacific Northwest, it's usually mild. But if you're in the southern states, it's
Yes.
if you're down by the Rio Grande, it is scorching. Hotter
I
than
like,
habanero.
but I like that it's hot today, so like we can enjoy a nice.
And we're getting vitamin D. And with all the stuff in the news lately, vitamin D, which
September's been pretty
you get that
good.
vitamin D in here,
We've been having a
and
good
you're
time.
good. You can just like, you just like repel that stuff right off of you.
We've been having a good time in September. Right?
Did you know Barry Sanders, the running back for the Detroit Lions, he had rickets, and that's because he stayed indoors during his childhood. He didn't get enough vitamin D.
You know what's
Today's
the,
kids
you know what's
get
the-
rickets because
you know
they
what's the-
have too much screen time. So with enough vitamin D, you'll grow. You'll have strong legs.
you know what's the worst wrestler I hate? That I hate the
Barry
most?
Sanders.
No, you know what no, I'll tell you what the wrestler I hate. I hate Olivier.
You're asking yourself, who's Olivier? You've never heard of him.
Oh my god, I don't even want to explain it. He is a wrestler that sucks.
If you listen to the Jim Cornette podcast, you know exactly who Olivier is.
You know what? Just go watch his matches. They're terrible. All he does is just like dance around. He twerks a lot. He's like,
Yes.
wee!
Jazz hands.
He doesn't even wrestle. He doesn't care about like attacking people like that.
He just prances.
He just like I bet he doesn't really win that many matches.
No.
I bet everybody
He's
just
been booked terribly.
I bet imagine he's Olivier right now. Pretend to be Olivier.
Okay.
Okay, let's sit down, everybody.
I'm gonna do the V trigger. Ready? You gotta no sell it.
Oh god, you scared. And well, how's it been going today?
It's been going
Good. Man,
like that. I don't even need words.
that means
Just
that's
use
good.
mannerisms.
Means that's good. How's
You know
your
who
guy?
Ben Hogan is?
No.
He's Hulk Hogan's younger brother, Ben. And while Hulk went on to have a prestigious career
Man, I'm hot, man.
as the leader of the NWO, his younger brother Ben was playing some golf, and he didn't play regular PGA golf. He played miniature golf, putt-putt. And he was so good at mini golf that he has his own hat line.
I like real
like
golf
new
better.
era, but Ben Hogan has his own hats.
Yeah. Don't wreck my glasses, man.
Yes, fancy new glasses.
If you break my glasses, you're gonna have to pay. You know what? If you
Don't
break my glasses, you know what? If you break my glasses, you're gonna have to buy me new ones.
Those are expensive.
And you have to buy them. They were about $100.
That's a Benjamin.
So if you break these glasses, if you break them, you're gonna have to pay for them.
I won't. I'll be careful.
You're gonna have to pay for new glasses.
We're talking about.
What are we talking about? What are you gonna be talking about, man?
All right, we were talking about Acdc in the last podcast. He's a big fan. I saw Acdc live on the Stiff Upper Lip Tour. Fantastic. In Raleigh, North Kakalaki.
North Kakalaki.
And it was incredible. And that was,
Really?
that was prime Acdc. Unfortunately, we know that modern Acdc, they've rest in peace, Malcolm Young.
Oh yeah, that's sad.
And it's just
I'm sad
Brian
that he died.
Johnson's voice got all messed up, but
that's sad that he died. Like,
yeah, he's the rhythm guitarist.
like
And
that was really sad that he died.
I know, and Angus is still there, but
When I heard
know,
on the
they're
news-
old. They're old. That's just so.
When I heard on the news that he died, I was like, what? He died? What?
The day Malcolm Young died, he was beside himself. He stayed in
those-
a catatonic.
Okay, teenagers,
Nightmare.
if you're watching this, don't just maybe cover your ears, because don't like get offended by me right now.
Don't be offended.
Just don't get mad at me.
Here it comes.
Well, you know those teenagers that ride their skateboard or the scooter on the road and don't even get off the road?
Just right on the road.
Like they're just on the road. They won't get off the road. I don't know why they do that. They try to impress people, but actually, step 1. That's dangerous. Step 2, you're being an idiot, and step 3, you can die. Like, I'm serious. Do not just stand on the road, kids.
It's either sidewalks and there's roads. Sidewalks are meant for walking, and these boots are meant for walking.
Yep.
And that's just what I'll do. And one of these days,
Guys, you want to ask?
Gonna walk all over you.
Wait, people are probably asking, why do we have to wear shoes?
Why?
Well, shoes are just a matter of life. Well, also because we need to wear them because sometimes if you're on like rocks like right there, you can actually hurt your feet really bad.
Slice.
So when you use shoes, that means you can just walk better.
You can trample. You can gallop.
Yep. Gallop. I'm just gonna see if the video's still playing.
Is it still recording?
It's good.
We are live and in charge.
You know what we
And
should do today?
The sun is beating down upon our flesh,
You know what we should do today?
giving us vitamin D.
You know what we're gonna do, guys? Today, on Spotify, we are going live on Spotify.
Is
Why?
your name Joe Rogan?
No.
It may as well be.
Well, we're going live on. No, we're seriously. You want to go live on Spotify
Let's go live.
today?
We're
Not
going to go live in the middle of this podcast.
not right now. But when the podcast is over, we're gonna go live.